I'm a huge advocate in carrying a FireSteel, and I'll never go anywhere without one. When you have access to fire, you have just about the capabilities to make anything. Think about this. Just about every tool on Earth started with the strike of a flame. And you have to think about this also. You have the ability to ward off bad animals. You have the ability to scare off bugs. You have the ability to cook your food, warm your family, and give yourself peace of mind with a fire. So why wouldn't you want to carry the best FireSteel around? And that's why I'm doing this review. I call this FireSteel my go-to FireSteel. It's the Light My Fire Swedish FireSteel Scout. I want to preface this video by saying I've owned a multitude of FireSteels, everything from the cheapest all the way up to some of the most expensive things you can own as far as FireSteels go. I've just always been into it. It's been part of my everyday life. I've been camping, fishing, hunting, hiking, backpacking all over my entire life. And there's one thing I need in every single one of those situations, and that's the ability to make a fire. And so far, this one has been the most consistent. It throws a great spark, and I know whether it's 100 degrees or 40 below that I can start a fire with it. What I really love about the Swedish FireSteel Scout is the consistency. Every time I strike it, there's a consistent spark that comes in at a temperature of 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit, or for those of you in different parts of the world, 2,980 degrees Celsius. Can you even fathom how hot that is? That's a huge amount of heat coming off a small little striker. And every time you use it, it gives you a better advantage to light a fire. These are great just to have, but they're great to give as gifts as well. They don't cost that much, between 10 and 20 bucks. Anyone I've ever given one to has never been disappointed, especially outdoor-minded people, because you're giving them the gift of survival. What better thing to give them than something that's cheap, that works, and they can save their lives? In my opinion, that's just awesome. They do come in different colors. They have red, green, blue, yellow, and I've owned them all. There's probably more colors out there. They do have different versions out now. They have the second version that's more rounded on the handle, and the striker has a little rounded end with a built-in whistle. But for my mileage, this one is still lightweight, it's simple, and it works. So I prefer this. So think about that for gifts. They don't cost much, and no one's going to be disappointed at all. In fact, they're going to love it and use it for the rest of their lives. It does have great instructions on the back in 9 different languages. This is what it says for English. The Swedish FireSteel Firestarter, the ultimate way to light a fire in any weather. Originally developed by the Swedish Defense Department. And the U.S. instructions say Swedish FireSteel Firestarter works even when wet and cold. Number 1, remove paint on Firestarter with striker or knife. Number 2, pull striker with text up or knife slowly and firmly down the length of the Firestarter. Number 3, sparks easily ignite a stove, barbecue, paper, dry grass, bark, or tinder dust. So it does have fairly decent instructions. This is not a complicated system to run. Anyone who's used a Firestarter knows it's not very hard. So let me do some demonstrations for you. I don't want to take the green one out of the package just yet because I have this one. This one's my go-to red one that I've had since I was 18. I'm 25 now and I've used this on a ton of different trips. And it's held up to the abuse. You can see it has a lot of strikes on it. But in reality, I still got years and years and years left with this. So let me do some demonstrations with you. On the keychain, it comes with this little striker here. Don't mind the green thing. That's a tick key that I keep with it, and I don't want to take it off. But you can see that says Light My Fire, and it does have a thing that says up, and that's important when you're striking. And this is the striker side. And you can use it left or right-handed. So let's go ahead and strike. What you want to do, get space in between, get at the base of the FireSteel, push down, and throw the spark. Very easy to do. And it throws a big spark. And you have to do it with the upside up, because if you don't, I'll sit here all day and I won't be able to strike it. That's just the way they designed it. It's lightweight, 31 grams for this system. That's not bad at all. I have a FireSteel that costs a lot of money. Specifically, I think just under 100 bucks. And that FireSteel was 18 grams. I can't really tell the difference between 18 grams and 31 grams when I'm carrying them in my pocket. And I doubt you will too. So let's do some more demonstrations here. Let me grab some stuff. Well, I don't want to start a full-on fire because it is fairly warm out today. About 40 degrees, and I just don't need a big fire. So I'm just going to start some things that are easy to strike to show you how well the spark flies. I got some alcohol here. Let me pour some in here on this little platform. There we go. This should light I haven't done it like this before, but I'm fairly confident. So we're going to take the FireSteel, pull back, and there we go. Fairly easy to do. With tinder dust, it's even easier. With something like wet fire, you don't even have to put any effort into it. Just a tiny little spark will set stuff off. It's great to have around, really. I love this FireSteel. I think you guys will enjoy it too. Let me strike a few more things here. I've got a stove here, homemade one. You guys have seen this in other videos. Really easy to light. Pull back, and it's lit. You can see how well the flame goes off of it. And set that aside here. I've got some sterno down here. Let's try it with some sterno. Haven't really used this before, except in one video to demonstrate it. Oh, took 2 strikes because I missed one. You can see that's lit. It's kind of hard to see with sterno, but I'll prove it to you here. Got just a little ad, and there it goes. Another fire. So let me throw that in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. The My FireSteel Scout is my favorite FireSteel for the money. It's easy to use. You can give it as gifts. It's a very economically sound. You won't spend too much or break the bank to get it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. So remember to rate and comment. Do video responses. I'll talk to you guys later. I love fire.